like the music is a huge part of the show, and it's nice to have that different feel and different twist to it. Like definitely being out there, you feel that you're a part of something different. You know, everyone worked so hard that you feel like you're part of something special, and at the end of the night, that's how it feels. You know.
Very much, and with music being said, if you could have anyone lead you to the ring, who would lead you to the ring, and what would be the anthem there?
I mean, I don't know. I like all different kinds of music, so the Urban Wrestling Federation is based around urban rap, hip hop style, and that's fine. And I like that stuff too. The rapper that I run with is Cuban Link, and I'm a big fan of his stuff, and always have been for years now. So I mean, it was very enjoyable, to have him, to be a part of his group, and wrestling alongside with him, and just feeling off what he's doing with the crowd, and stuff like that. It's a good feeling, I mean, I prefer something a little more harder, kind of like in the rock side of things. Usually on everywhere else I travel to, I come out to Rage Against the Machine, Killing in the Name of. So that usually gets me going in the back, and is usually something I use in the gym and stuff, things like that, like Metallica and Korn and those types of bands, I guess.
Okay, fair enough. And I know our co-host Shane is about to jump in here.
Now, I was gonna ask your take on everything, Ricky, because I think a lot of time when people initially hear the term Urban Wrestling Federation, or they'll see the promo and they'll hear the gunshots going off and all that, they might have this predisposed opinion of what the whole thing is going to be about. What do you think about that whole opinion that people might have, without actually checking out the show, firsthand and seeing that the wrestling could be top notch and everything?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, about that. It's just this, it's just the way it's being packaged, for the wrestling fans, to let them know that the first time you see an Urban Wrestling Federation commercial or a promo package on television or something, the first thing that goes through your mind is like, kind of like a shock, like, whoa. But immediately following that, it's with, well, that's different, and maybe it's not for everybody, you can't please everybody, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter what company, is doing what, you're going to have people that really like it, and then you're going to have people that really hate it, you know what I mean? You can't please everybody, is it a little more, are they pushing the envelope? Is it a little more, quote unquote, extreme? Yeah, to some degree it is. So it's not something you want to sit there with maybe a child and watch, you know what I mean? But I mean, like children aren't supposed to watch, certain things anyways, you know what I mean? So you have to just use common sense and say, hey, is that something I want to check out? A, it's different, yeah, so of course you're going to be curious about it, and then B, when you do purchase it and you sit down and watch it, you realize, like, wow, like, these guys are out there killing themselves, and going 100 miles an hour, and performing at a top level, you know what I mean? And that's what people are going to see, and if they already seen if they missed the first pay-per-view, they can still get that and check that out. So that way, when they get the second one, they're still following along with what's going on, and yeah, it's a little bit different and unique and everything else, and it might be pushing the envelope, but, people say controversy creates cash, you know what I mean? And it's like, if anything, it's just stirring up a buzz, you know what I mean? And that's what you want. That's what anybody wants, Any company that starts off is going to claim to be different, but how different are you willing to be? You know what I mean? Are you just going to be another company that comes out and says, yeah, we're different. We're pro wrestling with, with this, and it's like, no, you're the same like everybody else. But when you see Urban Wrestling Federation, there's so much buzz about, well, are they pushing it too much? Is this too heavy to have? Yeah, it's pay-per-view. You know what I mean? We can say and do what we want. That's what makes it so great. We're free. That's what makes it so fun. That's what made that night so enjoyable. You know what I mean? It was no one in the back watering anything down. It wasn't, no one's telling you, hey, not too much. You know what I mean? Like, no, man. Hey, you want to be a star? Yeah, go out there and do it. You know what I mean? We're going to align you with hip hop artists and rappers and stuff from all over the country. You know what I mean? And go out there and have a blast. You know what I mean? The way you are in the back and the way you're doing this here, go out there and do that on camera. And that's what they gave us. And all of us were grateful for the opportunity that they gave us and look forward to many more, And that's the thing with Urban Wrestling Federation is people are gonna label it as something, but you're going to pay your money to check it out, or you're going to go on the internet and try to find out what really was so different about this, and that's going to create controversy. Some people are going to like it, some people aren't going to like it. You're free to say what you want to say. You know what I mean? But you cannot deny everyone's efforts and all their hard work that they put in.
That's right.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, going back a little bit, just to touch on, the rappers' involvement and just checking out the website. And again, for those out there who haven't checked it out, it's urbanwrestlingfederation.com. Now, you guys are like in crews, is what they're called, and you're in the group with Cuban Links. Now, what role do the rappers play? Do they actually wrestle, or do they kind of serve as a manager type? What role do they actually play? In the shows?
Well, each group is led by a rapper, and my particular role is a bit unique because I'm not a part of an actual crew or anything. Cuban Link and myself are hired hitmen from Briscoe's group, who hired us to come in and to take the title. So that's really our job. We're just basically hired hitmen, which is the story of my entire career. So I kind of fit the role as being that guy, and that's basically what it is. And really what it is like each rapper has produced their own music, for each wrestler or crew to come out to. And it's really cool because, what happens is the music hits, it's original, it's their stuff, they come out, they're on live mic, and they rap on the way to the ring, and then, we got some eye candy, coming with us, and it's just a different feel, you know what I mean? It's basically the wrestlers are there to wrestle and fight for each crew, you know what I mean? The rappers are there to let them know, like, this is my guy, I'm representing him, he represents our crew, and we're going to battle, and if Cuban Link gets into it with another rapper or whatever, and they got beef, then we just handle it, you know what I mean? If they got heat from back in the day or whatever, or this person said what, then, you know what I mean? That's what we're there for, So it's just a different feel, you know what I mean? It's instead of just hearing music and you're like, oh yeah, that's a cool song. Like, you got a rapper live in your face rapping to you, you know what I mean? It's like a mini concert, you know what I mean? And they're not shy about stuff. I mean, you've seen, rap videos, you know what I mean? Like they're ready to throw down before we are half the time, you know what I mean? Like, after parties are insane, you know what I mean? So it's like, it's just a lot of fun. I think it's an awesome mixture of, the rap intensity with professional wrestling, and Urban Wrestling Federation did a really, really good job of getting the right guys, you know what I mean, to fit in this particular mold and brand and to push, you know what I mean?
Absolutely. And, of course, that's still on In Demand. First Blood, you can check it out at urbanwrestlingfederation.com to get all the details from your local provider. But before we let you go, we want to make sure everybody can get more if they want to know more about Mr. Ricky Reyes. Do you have Facebook, Twitter, any of that, social media, website?
Yeah, just Facebook, Ricky Reyes. That's about it.
All right. Perfect. Make sure you check them out. Any upcoming dates there where fans can check you out before the September 2nd showing?
Yeah, I mean, if there's any fans in the Northeast area, I mean, I'll be at the Shamrock Cup in Maryland for Maryland Championship Wrestling July 30th, and wrestling Amazing Red in Long Island, New York for VPW on August 6th, and CZW August 13th for the iPay-per-view they have coming up, Tangled Web.
Nice. All right. Mr. Reyes, we do appreciate you stopping by and just exposing the UWF to our listeners there.
Cool. Thanks for having me, guys.
All right. We wish you the best, and hope to speak to you again in the future.
Cool. Thanks. Take care.
All right.